All right, folks, you are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. I'm sitting here with another brother from Compton, another Compton legend. Y'all been asking for him forever and ever, and I finally tracked him down. My man, King T. What's up, King T?
Man, chilling. What's up with you, Lonzo?
Man, just doing my thing, man. Just be glad to be here, doing what I do, and hanging out with folks like yourself. It's all good, baby. It's all good. How they treating you, man?
Oh man, I'm here, man. I can't complain about nothing, man.
You're looking good, Doc. You're looking great, man.
So you, man. We some young bucks in this game.
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you know, most of my fans, most of my subs on my YouTube channel, Doc, they some of them are young, some of them don't know the history of West Coast hip hop, and I try to bring that to them. I don't want to just bring them the surface shit, you know, all the bullshit everybody talk about on the radio. I want to take it back to the history of how this shit started, how Compton got on the map, and why Compton became the city that it became when it came to hip hop. And you was one of the main players, bro, that was laying the foundation of this shit. And you were the first OG solo gangster out of Compton, wasn't you?
No, hell no.
Who was? Who was?
Todd.
Todd. Okay. I ain't never seen Todd carry no shotgun on his album cover though. Damn it! You the first one to pull that shit.
Toddy was the first one, man. He said it. He set it off, you know what I'm saying, with the Batarang and Just Say No with Mixmaster Spade, rest in peace. You know, that's what made me want, you know, be down from Compton. That was it.
Right. Now tell me how you got started, man. Let's go back to the beginning, man.
Well, shoot, that's a hell of a story. I mean, that's all I ever knew was music since I could remember. You know, I always wanted to, I guess my thing was that I'm just now figuring out in my old age, I always just wanted to play music for people. You know, I always wanted people to hear what I liked as far as music, and it goes back to R&B. I liked what my dad liked, I guess, you know what I'm saying, because he always had music through the house, if it was jazz, R&B, little alternative rock or whatever. I wanted to display that to my friends, what my dad was into. So that's what it turned into, me sticking a speaker in the window. And I lived in the projects, you know what I'm saying? Me putting a speaker in the window and just blasting music, you know what I'm saying? Just wanting to play music for people, that's all.
Okay. So you DJ first?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's all I wanted to do.
You and me both, Doc.
Yeah. Be a DJ, and it was more like be on the air, an air personality, a DJ like that. Then, you know, this hip hop thing came, you know what I'm saying? I was very much into mixing and blending, and then when the hip hop came with the scratching and cutting, oh man, it was just perfect for me, you know?
Okay. So are you a mobile DJ, club DJ? What you doing?
It wasn't none of that back in my day. When I first really got into it, my mom whisked me away from LA and moved to Houston, Texas. I think I was about 13, 14 years old. We moved in the 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas. But what was going on here in LA was it was just exploding with you guys, Wrecking Crew, Uncle Jam's Army, the DJ, you know, the little shows and stuff, and K-Day, KGFJ and all that. But I had to go to Houston. So I took these tapes that Bobcat was on the air, I think Joe Cooley, Tony G, the Mixmaster. And I went up to this college station in Houston, KTSU, Texas Southern University, and I told them, this is me mixing. They didn't believe, I think I was about 15, 14 years old. They didn't believe me until they put me on the turntables, and I really could do that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I watched y'all, I watched Roger Clayton, I watched you and all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hated when DJs got on y'all set and did all that shit, but y'all knew what it was. But and a lady out there by the name of Pamela Collins at Texas Southern University, she gave me my first chance on air out there on the radio, on the little college station KTSU, with this program they had called Kids Jam.
Okay.
And I was 14 years old, Saturday morning, cutting my ass off like I was a mix master out there at Texas University.
Wow, that's dope, Doc. That's dope. Now, how'd you grab the microphone and change your direction?
Well, I got in a little trouble out there with my mom. I didn't want to go to school. This is, music was, DJing is all I wanted to do. But, back then, she wasn't going for that shit.
Right.
You gotta go to school or get a job, all that. And I had people coming from the college. I had my best friends out there who I started DJing with, Lester Pace and Jazzy Red out there in Houston, Texas. They even would come to her and tell her, well, he's a talented guy. He's like a phenom. They wanted to keep me out after 2 a.m. at a roller rink. She wasn't going for it. So I wasn't going to school. I was sort of on a runaway type thing and ended up getting in trouble. Had to go to Harris County Youth Village out there. I was in there for about a year. She came back home, left me out there. So I kept running away from the youth village.
Oh, shit.
So, and they knew exactly where I was at. I would run away. Like, they'd take me to a dentist appointment, and I'll run away. They'll take me to a dentist appointment at the college where I was a DJ, and I would run away and be on the radio that weekend. They come get me and take me back to jail.
Wow. See, we didn't know all that.
Yeah, ultimately, I was left out there. They sent me back out here to California to live with my grandmother in Pacoima. And that's where it all started. I bumped into Scotty D one day, ditching school again, walking around Pacoima, and just ran into Scotty D. Had a feeler shop out there. It was actually closed. But I was looking through the window, so I don't know what I was thinking, but I saw the turntables back there. And I sat there till somebody got there, and it was Scotty, and met him, lied to him. Said I was a part of Uncle Jam's army.
Wow.
And he was already fucking with Roger, you know what I'm saying? So, everybody laughed back then, but they saw I really had the talent, and they took me on, man, put me down, and that's why I've been claiming Compton to this day.
And that's why I do my podcast, because I want to know them stories. I want to hear about the basic shit. I know about you and Pooh and the Unknown, all that kind of. I want to hear how you got started. My people want to know how you got started, and they want to know the roots, because it's funny, man. People think that, I don't know, sometimes people think that hip-hop from the West Coast started with N.W.A. That we just fell out the sky with all a bunch of bad dudes.
Right.
We had a story to tell, man. We took some avenues. I mean, in camp and running away and been on the radio in Texas and get left in Texas, come to California, lie your way into Uncle Jam's army, get put on. Come on, man.
I wiggled my way up in there, man. But I had the talent to show, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was blessed, you know what I'm saying, to just run into the right people at the right time.
Now, you know what? See, that's one thing to tell a lie, but it's another thing to tell a lie and back that lie up. Okay, it don't seem like a lie then. Okay, when you back it up, you know what? The nigga can do what he said. Maybe the nigga can do what he said he can do. Okay. When you start recording?
Well, after hanging out, when I met Scotty, that's when, I met everybody else from Bobcat to DJ Pooh. Pooh didn't really like me, you know what I'm saying, because I was a DJ. And I was, competition
right
to him, but you know what I'm saying. But I also like, after watching the movies like Wild Style and Beat Street and Breakin' and things like that, I always used to like to grab the mic while I was DJing. And, Pooh began to say, my voice, I sound good on the mic, you know what I'm saying? And so I started saying little old school rhymes and stuff while Pooh DJ'd, and it just came out better that way. And I was very much influenced by listening to LL and people like Tila Rock and, the old school, Michel'le, even Ice-T, and that was it, and he gave me the name King T. You know what I'm saying?
Cause your name ain't got nothing to do with the T, do it? Your real name is, I looked it up today. I like, where the fuck you get Tina from?
My name is Roger McBride.
I like, where the hell did he get King T from by the Roger McBride?
My DJ name was DJ Terry T.
Well, how you get that?
Oh man, just, you know, create my own world, my own, you know, my own thing.
Another lie. Another nigga told another lie.
I was a lying motherfucker, boy.
Another goddamn lie. You know, I try to go a little in depth on folks. I googled your ass this morning. I'm googling. I say, who the fuck is Roger McBride? I said King T. It said Roger McBride, born in December. Okay, well, who the fuck is King T then? Okay, your picture was there. I figured that's what it was.
Not a T in my name.
No shit. Well, see, that's some more history, man. Because see, niggas will tell you, oh man, his name is Thomas. He just dropped, no. That brother made up some shit, and they still stick with it. And then he came up with the name. Then you come up with the name Tila. I'm like, okay, well maybe that's his real name, Tila.
I took Tila from, because like I said, the real MC that made me want to get on the mic was this rapper by the name of Tila Rock.
Okay.
So I took his name Tila, you know, instead of Terry. I had it on the side of my Kango. When I had the feeler down the arm and leg, you know, it was Tila from the feeler shop.
Okay. That works. Like, you know, I'm looking at you right now through this camera, man. I see something on your head up there, that old school golf cap, man. Most of the cats don't understand what that represents. They don't know nothing about that right there.
Yeah, that's that player.
Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on, man. You gotta let it hang to the side a little. You had to have the golf cap back in the day, Doc, man. Come on, man.
No, hey, my dad taken from my uncles, niggas like you. You know what I'm saying? I know you had a
come on, man. I had a bunch of them summer guns, Doc.
Yeah, man.
I just saw they reissued the OGs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we used to, back in the day, man. It was a buster. Nigga would take your hat and they have double golf clubs up there. That was like a hit. Jockey for golf hats. Okay. So you know, I know what that hat means. Like you had to defend that hat, man. You had to earn that hat, dude. You just couldn't wear that hat, man, around everybody. Okay. Huh? Because a brother would take it from
you. My Uncle Duke, I really took it from my Uncle Duke. This probably his hat I took from his house too. So he got them hanging all over his garage. You know, he's been buying golf hats since he was 15 years old.
See, he probably got a whole bunch of them too. They come in all different styles and colors and shit, whole 9 yards. Hey man, tell me about your first album, Better Bring a Gun.
The first single I did was Payback Some Mother.
Right.
Scotty D ended up hooking up some studio time with DJ Unknown, the unknown DJ that he gave me my first little I don't want to say if it was a record deal, but my first little chance at a recording artist was on Techno Hop Records through Michel'le. And you know, he had Ice first. You know, Ice-T. So I came next. We put out Payback Some Mother. That's the first thing me and Pooh did together. The second single we did was The Coolest, and the B-side was You Better Bring a Gun. And that's when I bought out the Compton and watched thing out, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it all started, Techno Hop.
Now, most people know, but some people don't know. Unknown was my right-hand man, Eve After Dark. And, you know, when people talk about the legacy of West Coast hip-hop, it starts here with me, then it goes Unknown, it goes with Roger. But, you know, when you spin off with Unknown, you got you, like you said, Ice-T, MC8, PG-13, Compton's Most Wanted. You know, all these cats, you know, and I do this show, man, not only just to tell the history, but to show the legacy of how this thing jumps off. And people have to understand that everybody, there was a lot of cats came before NWA. No disrespect to NWA whatsoever. None whatsoever. But it was a whole lot of things going on long before they said, fuck the police. And
I mean, NWA was a few things before NWA.
Right.
You know, and we all were friends. We all were partners. It was a Compton thing.
It was a Compton thing, you know, and that's what I loved about it, man. Back then, no matter what your music represented, we all interacted. Me and Toddy T is still tight to this day. Me and Spade was cool before he passed. Me and Spade would come to do those or Eve After Dark and do his shit or whatever the case may be.
We couldn't get over there that much.
Well, you know what? If he told me he was coming, he come through the back door, nigga. Come through the back door. Don't let nobody know. Don't come to the front door. Come look for me. And when you get there, just look for Lonzo. And he'd come over. He come over there. Toddy come over there too. He never came to the Eve After Dark that I can recall, but it came to do those. Okay.
Yeah, but do those. Yeah,
Skateland, all that right there. Okay.
They used to love us over there. That's one place people would go. Yeah.
Now that's funny. Here's the funny part: people don't know. Dudos and Eve After Dark were right around the corner from each other.
Right.
Okay. One's on Central Avenue, one's on Avalon. I mean, you could throw a rock damn and hit Avalon from Central, but you better not. If you don't know where you're going, don't bring your ass over there. Okay.
Back in them days, that was the worst place to be over there, boy.
You know, it was funny, man, because I tell the story.
Well, it was the worst place to get lost.
Yeah. Because you might not make it back. But my brother was the only cat I know that had dual gang affiliations. Mm-hmm. He lived in the Blood territory, but he went to Gardena High School, so he ran with the shotguns. Okay. And the Bloods knew he ran with the shotguns, but because he grew up with the Bloods in Anthony's Park, they gave him a pass. And he would come to Eve After Dark, and sometimes I pass out flyers everywhere. All of a sudden, he got the shotguns, he got some Bloods. Oh shit! My brother was standing there and negotiated on both sides of the fence. Nobody got jumped on. But you niggas, you got 5 minutes to get out of the parking lot, okay?
Eve After Dark was the place to be back then, though, man. That was the spot. We used to hear about it all the time.
Yeah, the legacy was a motherfucker, man. You know, that was a spot, man, that a lot of shit jumped off at. That was our Soul Train. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I was just watching Don Cornelius before I called you on Soul Train, man. I was watching how much he influenced me. Because see, I'm influenced by Don Cornelius and Berry Gordy. I wanted to be Don Cornelius bad, the motherfucker, man. That dude was cool as fuck.
So, I see that.
You know? Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is, Doc. Let's get back to you, man. You on the album cover, DJ Pooh on the hood of the car. You got a sawed-off pistol grip pump. Look like you want to handle some business.
After the techno hop thing, you know, I just ended up being like Ace Boon Coon with Ice-T. He's sort of looking out for me and things like that. He created a management company called Rhyme Syndicate, and I was like one of the first to hop on. And they got me my first major deal with Capitol Records.
Right.
Like, I think it was Ice-T, he was with Warner Brothers, then it was me on Capitol. And I think Ty went over to Epic.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. I was one of the first to have a major deal on the West, and I gotta thank Ice a lot about that, because if it wasn't for him, boy, ain't no telling.
Y'all still communicate?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's all good. That's good.
Godfather.
Okay.
Gone.
All right. Check this out.
But yeah, from Active, we got to deal with Active Fool. I did like 3 projects with Capitol. I had a great experience over there. Like I said, it was in the beginning of West Coast hip hop thing jumping off. They didn't really know how to, you know, promote or market what we was bringing. You know, it was all brand new. N.W.A. wasn't even out yet. You know, Eazy, I think Eazy, and they were just getting started. So it was all brand new. We stuck it out, you know, did 3 nice projects, Active Fool, At Your Own Risk, and the Trifling album.
How'd they do?
Active Fool, I went gold. You know, the next couple, we kind of just floated it out, introduced the Alcoholics and the Liquid Crew on my last project, the Trifling album, and tried to really, I kind of wanted to just get behind the scenes, like after I left Capitol and went to MCA.
Okay.
I wanted to get in a more executive role, and that's where I'm still at today, trying to get in that dough.
Hey man, now, tell me about the Alcoholics, man. That's one of your groups, right?
Right. We basically, me and Pooh came up with the idea. You know, J-Roll was like my hype man when I did shows. E Swift was the DJ. They bought out Catastrophe from Ohio, and they were already working on a demo with A&M Records.
Okay.
Robert and them over there, and me and Pooh were trying to decide, you know, because it was the age of everybody who was putting their crew on, like Flavor Unit, Flip Mode, Lynch Mob. So where's our crew? What are we gonna be? The Daily Chronics or the Alcoholics?
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like Daily Chronics. That's tight. That's tight.
Well, yeah, that was more Pooh thing because, you know, he smoked but we were drinking back then, so we floated with the Alcoholics, and it was all about fun. And we kind of shied the gangster element off of us and wanted to be the party crew. We wanted to girls with the big boobs and getting drunk and just having fun and partying, man.
Okay, all right. Now, tell me about this Same Gang album, man. I saw you was part of that, right? The Same Gang cut.
Yeah, man. Back then, running with Mike Concepcion and all them cats, you know.
How was that?
It was a great experience, man. That's my first glimpse at a true hustler and player in the game. Mike was a real one, you know. He gave me a lot of advice early on and things like that, and he created something big when he did We All in the Same Game. You know? Me and Mike
about the same age. I knew Mike before he got shot. And
right there in Gardena, right?
Yeah, he got shot right there in Gardena. Okay. And we never hung out, but we used to always cross each other's paths. Yeah. And even if you look at my book, I got a book out called N.W.A. Not Without Lonzo. Mike literally made me write that book. Because every time I would see Mike, you know, Mike got the cars. Mike got the cars.
Yeah.
Mike got, if it's a fly-ass car, Mike got it first, okay? Yeah. I'd pull up at a light on Crenshaw and Slauson, see this fly-ass ride, pull up, and it's Mike. Now, Mike don't walk, but he drives his ass off, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that's why I love Mike. He stayed with something fresh. Yeah.
Man, I looked at him, Lonzo, where the book at, man? You bullshit. Lonzo, you bullshitting. Mike, I'm coming, Mike. I did this for like about 5-6 years, man. And finally, I set my ass down and wrote the book, N.W.A. Not Without Lonzo. And one of the first people I think in that book is Michael Concepcion, man, because he was a super real dude, and he always said on my ass, and all right, man, let me hear about you and write that book, goddammit, because you know without you, this shit don't jump off, motherfucker. I mean, and it was like that, because, you know, we go back to, he was going to Washington, I was going to Centennial. But at that time, I was hustling. I was selling stereos, all kind of shit. And we didn't have the same color lines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you wasn't with it, you get a pass. Oh, that's their brother selling stereos. So I had to hook up. You know, brother was bringing me stereos. I ain't gonna talk about that on camera. But I was able to make my money. Okay, bringing me stereos. I ain't gonna talk about that on camera. But I was able to make my money. Okay.
Yeah, it's things I can't talk about. He's got me out of tremendous trouble. You know, I used to be a little hard head trying to prove myself and things like that. And he got me out of a few things. So I will always have the utmost respect for Mike.
Anything you can talk about?
No, just little smoke that I thought were big back then.
Okay.
And you think about it now, I could have, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Mike was there for me and you know, he got my heart.
So what's the grown man, King T, ARP carrying brother? What you doing these days, man?
Man, trying to build something, man, to carry on, you know, the legacy, you know, the liquid legacy with you know, the Alcoholics, Exhibit, the Far Right, all of the crew, Montage One, everybody that, you know, Soul King. I want to just continue to carry on what I brought to the table as far as hip hop. I wanted to last, you know, while I'm gone. I wanted to be there for my children. It's what I built you know, as far as a foundation for them to live on and carry on my legacy. So I'm trying to build a platform, you know, for the new generation. Get into this radio station business and streaming and all that, and just keep it going, man. Keep this hip hop going. That's all I'm doing.
You sound like you been read my catalog, man. Listen, I'm doing the same stuff. Me and Unknown got a radio show right now. We do every week, and we're looking to expand that. And I'm also looking to possibly get back in the record business. I got a contract I got to read today, man. So
we need to get together and talk, man.
We need to get together and talk, Doc. For real. Okay, we always been cool, so ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Right.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it, folks.
We gotta do it for Roger too. You know.
Yeah, you know what? You know. I'm gonna tell you a secret. When I wrote my book, I started writing my book. You know, me and Roger was competing forever, man.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Was it really like, I want to ask you, was it really like that? Because I looked up to both of y'all. I mean, the world class, you know what I'm saying, and Uncle Jam's Army. It wasn't like y'all were competing like that. Y'all was just the party crews from the West and made it, man. Y'all,
you got to understand me and Roger, okay? Me and Roger are a lot alike, but we're total opposites. Okay, we have two different philosophies when it comes to business. Okay, mine is longevity, his is big. Okay, and me and Roger used to roll together every day. Every day we worked together. I got him a job. He turned around and got me a job at the same place. I would pick him up at his mama's house on 111th. We go smoke weed all the way to work. Be high on lunch, get together, go to lunch together, everything. I mean, it was like that. He had a desk on this side. I had a desk on that side. And one day, I'd actually quit the job, and they asked me to stay, and I said, "Cool." So I stayed, and I come back. They fired Roger and gave me Roger's desk.
Oh wow!
And Roger got mad at me because I'm like, "I quit. I had another job. I quit. I quit that job. Went to my other job. They said, no. Hey man, we got something else for you." Now I didn't know that they were gonna give me Roger's job. Okay, but Roger thought I was in on it from the. I wasn't in on it.
He thought you was in on it.
He thought I
sound like Rod too.
You know, and he wasn't letting it go that I didn't do nothing. You know, no man, Roger. Not after they fired him, the first person called my phone was Roger.
Right.
But he's actually calling his phone. Okay. He heard my voice on his phone, and I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on. What the fuck happened, man? And man, you plotted against me. No, man, I did not plot against you, dude. And it kept on going. But me, before that even happened, we was already doing the Alpine Village. Roger was a promoter. He was doing the Alpine Village, and I was his DJ. Okay, yeah, I was the first one of the first cats to have his own mobile unit. Okay, I had access to rent my own shit. Okay, I had a van, I had my own turntables, but I would rent the speakers and stuff. I would do Roger's parties at Alpine Village, and then I started promoting my own parties at Alpine Village because Roger got mad behind that. I was like, nigga, this $120 a month you giving me, I'm watching you make $1,500, $1,600. I'm getting 120. I can pass out flyers too. So we always had a little competition.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I gotta give it to Roger Clayton too, and Uncle Jam's Army. Even though, you know, I wiggled my way in there, they showed me a lot of love, man. They put me on stage with some of the greatest people, you know, people in hip hop, from Run DMC, the Real Roxanne, UTFO, Beastie Boys, Dana Dane. You know, it was the first time I met Dana Dane and things like that. Performing, we were doing the buckwheat on stage. We J Rose, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that Army, man, that was it. Yeah.
We had a different philosophy, man. And actually, he went to dark, and the Eve jumped off. I offered Rodney a partnership in it. He didn't take it because he said, "Hey, too many Sherm heads. That ain't my part of town." Okay, cool. Well, you rolling with me, man. Come on, dude. He passed on it. And then when we finally got it blew up, he still wanted to be a partner. I don't need nobody to help me cut no money up, fool. That ain't working.
Right. I think when y'all had that going, he had the cave.
Arabian Prince actually had the cave. The cave was over in Hawthorne. Okay?
Yeah, that was a rough spot too.
Arabian Prince actually had the cave. Roger would do stuff over there, but that was Arabian Prince's spot for the most part.
That was one of the first clubs I went into at 16, 17 was
Wow.
the cave. Just
Wow.
recorded Payback Some Other with Unknown. We went that night to the cave because DJ Pooh had the DJ.
Wow. See, I mean, everybody got their own history, man. We all started off as DJs or promoters. Either some of us were all of that. I was a DJ before I did anything else. While I put in my first flyer, I was a DJ. Okay?
I'm actually going back into DJing now.
Oh yeah, I am too, Doc. That's what I love, man. I love playing music. I love watching people respond. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. I play at the club in LA sometime here in LA, but he said they might not bring dancing back in clubs, man, because it's social distancing.
Right.
It's a possibility.
We'll figure something out.
I don't know what they're gonna do, but they gotta do something because I miss people making people party. But yeah, man, you know the history of West Coast hip hop is deeper than most people realize, and you know because some folks blew up so big that it overshadows a lot of the folks that you know helped build this foundation, right. And that's why I do this podcast, N.W.A. N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo, because this right here is the people that you know that was there in the beginning, know all the dirt.
Right.
You know where all the bodies is buried. Okay.
Right.
All the bodies is buried. You got stories you can't talk about for the next 20 years.
We'll get it. When I write my book, shit.
Please do, man. Please do. And I tell everybody, man. I tell everybody, dude. I'm doing my own documentary. If you got somebody with a camera, know how to edit, do your documentary, man. Because can't nobody tell your story.
Already on it.
If you don't tell your story, T, ain't nobody gonna tell. Because can't nobody tell your story like you can, man.
Right.
You know, if something happened to you and somebody trying to tell the King T story, they don't know all them details that you know about. I didn't know about you and Scotty T like that. That's why I do this thing. I'm trying to get as much as I can now.
That's my brother. Scotty
wow.
T. Yeah.
I'm gonna call him next. I'm gonna get him on here next.
Oh yeah, he got a story to tell. I'm
gonna get him on my podcast. Now. I'm gonna call you back and get some of the numbers, the names that you talked about earlier too, Doc. I need to holler at them folks.
We got to get together and talk, man, and really put something together too, man. It's great talking to you, man.
Same here, Doc. Much love to you, King T. Enjoy your day, my brother. Have a good one. In the meantime, folks, I want y'all to subscribe, like, and share. This is the King T right here with the golf hat on. OG golf hat. Much love to you, King T. This is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop, folks, and I'm up out of here. Going to enjoy my birthday. Peace.